So we decided, okay, we can't operate we don't have the resources to build a delivery service. But what we can do instead is, why don't we run an experiment? And this is where where the Palo Alto delivery comes in. So the experiment was basically, what we wanted to validate was, is there actually customer demand for something like this? Well, maybe it turns out there's no delivery service, because actually, besides a couple offices wanting macaroons, maybe it turns out people don't want delivery, and that's why no one built it. And that seems to be a kind of a pretty logical kind of premise. So we kind of wanted to validate. Okay, do customers actually want delivery? And once we can validate, okay, the customers want delivery, then we can go back to the local businesses and kind of figure something out. And that part, we haven't really thought through at the time. It was really, okay, let's try to validate this first part first. So what we decided to do was, okay, let's pick one thing to focus on to deliver. What is it? Restaurants seem pretty obvious, because people are used to pizza delivery, Chinese food delivery,
or pickup in Palo Alto. Pickup was still a business at that time.
Exactly. And also the other thing was, the reason why I picked restaurants was also, we thought, okay, restaurants probably one of the hardest categories to nail when it comes to delivery, because if you think about it, it's the food is it's perishable. It has to be instant. It has to be immediate. So the idea is,
people are hungry.
Exactly. So the idea is, if you can build something that works for food delivery, then you should be able to build something that works for anything.
Dry cleaning, groceries, whatever, shaving cream.
Yeah, because you're starting with the hardest thing to nail, perishable.
It's an important insight. Yeah.
Yeah. So we decided, okay, let's do this. Let's run this quick experiment. So what we did was, we went ahead, found a bunch of restaurants we liked in Palo Alto. We think we found 8 of them. None of them offer delivery, of course. And we kind of found their menus, put it into these PDFs, linked it to them on this website, and it's literally just a static page, has no functionality. And all it said was, if you want to order delivery from these 8 restaurants, call this phone number. And it was basically a Google Voice number we set up that ran our cell phone. It probably took us 2 hours to make that website. It's probably one of the ugliest websites I've ever made in my life. The idea was, okay, let's put this website out there.
Put a menu on it.
Yeah, and see people.
A form,
and see. Actually, there wasn't even a form. It's just a phone number.
Yeah.
So, and this idea was okay, see if people will start calling his phone number. If people called in, we'll just make a note of it, and we'll just explain to him, oh, this is just a class project. We're doing research. We're going to gather.
So you just frustrate the hell out of users to understand user demand.
Exactly.
Brilliant.
and like I said, we didn't even bother coming up with a name. So we decided, well, what should we name this? Well, let's just name it paloaltodelivery.com. It's not like this is going to go anywhere.
You guys hadn't taken any marketing classes at that point, clearly.
but great SEO.
I see this with a lot of Palo Alto students. They're like, website domain name -available.com. It's like the name.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But it turns out it was actually great SEO, because I remember we launched this website out. I remember it was a Saturday afternoon. We wrapped up about 4 p.m., went back to our dorm rooms. We haven't told anyone. Honestly, we kind of just forgot about it. And an hour and a half in, all of a sudden, a phone rang.
Uh-oh.
We picked up. This person said, oh, I came across your website, paloaltodelivery.com. Honestly, to this day, I have no idea how he found our website, because we have not told a single person about it. So he literally must have typed in paloaltodelivery.com, or Google picked it up. I have no idea how, but he called in and he said, hey, I'm hungry. I saw your website, and I want to place a delivery order. I remember his exact order. He wanted shrimp pad thai and egg rolls from this place called Bangkok Cuisine, which unfortunately I think closed during COVID.
Did you upsell him on the Vietnamese coffee? Because that's a big margin item.
Well,
you could have upsold him on the macaroons on the way back too.
That's true. Well, originally we were supposed to tell him, well, this is not a real service.
But you said, fuck it.
Well, I think what ended up happening was I think we're all around the phone and then said, well, I'm not going to be the one to tell this hungry person this is not real. So are you going to do it? And it's like, well, Andy, you're going to do it. And he's like, I'm not going to do it. Tony, are you going to do it? Well, I'm not going to do it. So what we said, oh, well, screw it. Why don't we just do this delivery. It's just one delivery. It's not a big deal. We'll drive to the restaurant ourselves. We'll place a pickup order like with the restaurant and deliver it.
Just to fast forward, last quarter they did 512 million deliveries. So that was pretty much the starter's pistol.
and that was the start of Palo Alto Delivery, January 12th, 2013.
Now, what's really amazing about this is pretty great story. And one of the things I wanted to talk about is just this product market journey that you went on was very basic. You talked to customers, you found a pain point, you observed, you didn't come into it and say, I know better than them. You put up an experiment, and the experiment showed you, I think the big lesson for founders is, when you have strong product market fit, you will get market pull. If you want your business to succeed online, it has to stand out, and that's why you need a beautiful, world-class website. The good news is you don't have to hire an expensive designer anymore, nor do you need a bunch of developers. No, Squarespace has all the tools you need to claim your domain and start building your company. Hey, maybe you got a product to sell. Maybe you want to show off some samples of your work. Maybe you've got a new service you're providing. Well, Squarespace is the all-in-one tool you need for your business to grow and flourish. And they offer beautiful templates. Maybe you want to start an online course, or you're scheduling appointments for people. Maybe you're generating client invoices. All of that is built into the product. Everything you create with Squarespace is pre-optimized to show up in search engines as well. So you don't need to hire some expensive SEO person. Nope. They're building your meta descriptions. They're setting you up with an auto-generated sitemap, and the SEO is done before you even get started. Plus, there's a new AI-powered feature. It's called Blueprint, which makes it easier than ever before to customize your website and make it really pop. So check out squarespace.com/twist for a free trial, and when you're ready to launch, go to squarespace.com/twist to get 10% off your first website or domain purchase. That's squarespace.com/twist.